Hey, welcome to Watson's Wagons. Got a cool mail call here, and it's a kit I've been waiting for a long time. It's a Takom 1/16 scale Willys MB G503 utility truck, complete with engine and all kinds of cool details, to include photo etch parts, clear parts, and even has steering knuckles with workable steering. So that's really cool. So what I'm going to do is just kind of open the box and let you guys see what's going on with it, and I'm going to give you my feedback on it for what it's worth. The box is currently sitting on a 45 Ford GPW. All right, so it looks like a Willys, but it's not, and that's a different story for a different day. All right, let's flip the camera around. So the box art's really cool. The driver actually looks a little bit smaller than what a normal person would be. Of course, back in those days, they had little guys driving these things. But really nice artwork, and looks like the artist's name is Jason 2022. Here's the side of the box. Okay, a couple of different versions. Got the USA Army and the Marine Corps decals that come with it. Same as the top. And here are some images of what's in the box. Achtung, 14 plus. All right, so some real nice sprues here, and you can see that the spring shackles, springs are already attached to the frame. You got the MB gussets. Okay, there's the rear end, and you'll notice that the torque reaction spring is also on here. All right, here's your firewall. Let's flip it over and look at the firewall details. Really nice. Okay, it even has the junction blocks for your wiring, and so if you're ambitious enough to do some wiring and pull it through these grommets, which includes lots of things like your speedometer cable, oil pressure line, wiring harnesses, you name it, all that stuff comes through there, and this will be a scratch builder's dream to be working on that. Okay, other portion of the frame. Motor mounts. There's where the machine gun mount goes. Rear deck looks good. In the tub, portion of the tub. What's nice about this kit is that it does have an opening for the sump, which is on a different sprue, and the inside of the toolboxes will be visible. Okay. Next sprue is the driver. There's some pretty nice details on that guy. More tub parts, side panels. Okay, you got your indents. You even have the locations indicated for the power junction block for the radio, the fire extinguisher mount, which is on the inside, but the bolt heads are on the outside, which is cool. So that's a good thing to catch. There's the frame, and it does have the cap stands, whatever you want to call them, for the soft top. The grill, okay, front and rear seats. Now, I've rebuilt a couple of Jeeps, and the details in this kit are real cool. And here's something you don't see in regular model kits. They try to mimic a stamped grill. All right, see that? So that's good, you know, little extra attention to detail. There's your vents and the fender. Okay, next one. Ma Deuce. All right, pretty nice. There's your M31C mount. Includes the travel bar mounting location and the base that the travel bar mounts to. The only problem with this kit that I saw is that it did not come with a travel bar to support the rear end of the 50 caliber. So if Takom wants to make an improvement, they would need to get the travel bar that goes from here to here so it can pivot in the mounted position if needed. Other than that, looks really nice. Okay, the next sprue F, has all your seat cushions. Okay, the seat back. And what's nice about this is that it is actually made to, so you can see the sheet metal. Okay, on these on this rear seat, and then of course you have the cushions for that. Fuel tank. Okay, here's the seat pans for the front seats. Real nice depiction of the fuel tank to include the straps. Here's your seat cushions, the steering wheel. Okay, cable cutter goes on the front. A couple nice little accessories here that you'll find in the Jeep is your starter crank. Look at that, the tip of that, that's pretty cool. And the tire pump, right, which mounts underneath. So yeah, they're capturing some pretty good details here compared to the real thing. Okay, top bows. You have the option of leaving the bows down or having them up position. So hopefully there's a company out there that makes an aftermarket soft top for this thing. But I'll have to make my own until then. Toolbox lids. Here's the locations where the lids will go. So a guy could, if he wanted, display those open. And this goes on the inside of the tub. It's where the rear seat mounts. Crossovers. Okay. All right, here's the rifle mount that goes on the windshield. It is 2 pieces. But the kit did not come with an M1 Garand or a grease gun or anything like that to mount in there. So you'll have to research some 1/16 scale weapons to add that detail. All right, radiator, battery, steering linkages. There's the battery top, real nice. Voltage regulator, drive shafts, the half shafts. Okay, front and rear axles, exhaust system. Humma. That grease gun for under the hood. They don't miss a beat, did they? All right, you get 2 of these sprues. I wish they'd have had rubber tires. They don't. So you have tire halves that need to go together. Rims and hubs look good. And like I mentioned earlier, okay, you got your steering knuckle and your axle flange. So yeah, there's a lot a guy can do with this. If you're ambitious enough, you can go ahead and run your brake lines up to your wheel cylinders. Looks good. Shocks are separate. All right, grab handles. There's a steering knuckle right there. And your hood latches and windshield latches. 2 sprues. Next one is your engine. Check out that L134. A lot of detail there. Okay, you can see into the exhaust and intake ports. Oil pump location, distributor location. Check out that head. All right, exhaust. Intake manifold. Oil filter. Transfer case. Air cleaner. Check out the T84 transmission. Okay, transfer case pan. Air horn. Crossover tube. Generator. All right, a lot of good stuff there. You can really detail this motor out. And I'm looking forward to that. Even the 1/6 scale version doesn't have the details like this that Dragon makes. Okay, another small parts. You got the front gussets for the bumper, spare tire mount, bracketry, you know, machine gun plate, all the other little things that were missing. Pintle, blackout light cage. All right, there's the parking brake handle. Check that out. All right, here's your windshield adjusters. Pretty nice. All right, clear parts. Got your windshield, headlights, reflectors. Of course, you'll be painting those before they get installed on the inside. All right, looks good. And then your instructions, including your photo etch parts. Chin strap for a helmet. There's a helmet in there for the soldier. And I don't know what that is. If I'm looking at probably a jerry can straps, who knows? Decal sheet. And a pretty nice instruction booklet. All your cautionary notes. Okay, parts listing. Parking brake drum. Parking brake drum. That's on a CJ2A. They got the wrong parking brake setup on this model. Uh-oh. Workable steering to melt the pin tips so the linkage works. Motor assembly. Tub. Interior tub pieces. Cowl, dashboard. Dashboard has a lot of detail to it. Rear seat. Okay. M31 C-mount machine gun. Here's your top bow options to have them in the up position. Instructions for the figure. Figure placement. And like with most Takom kits, it's some real nice color representations and options. So, that's pretty cool, man. So they did a great job representing this vehicle. And what I would like to see Takom do in the future is make a GPW version of this vehicle. There's some subtle changes that would need to be made, some F scripting that would need to be present. But although the Jeep looks the same, I think the changes would be minor in their mold system in order to make that a GPW version. Things like the cross member, the shock mounts. And when I say cross member, I'm talking about this one here. Okay, across the frame, it's squared off as opposed to being round like the MB. And just some other subtleties that would make it more of a Ford. But anyhow, in reference to the M31C mount that I mentioned, here is one here. Okay, and that's where the 50 caliber would mount. And what's missing in the kit is this travel bar right here. So there would need to be a travel bar added to the kit eventually. Other than that, you know, if they were to do a GPW version, you would have a different toolbox lid. But like I said in the kit will allow you to show what's in the toolbox. And I did not notice if there was a locking mechanism in the kit. So, but, you know, here's the weapons mount that they give you. And this particular one happens to have canvas on it. But that's what you're building in the kit. And you can see this thing has not been started. It's my project, so. All right, so that's pretty cool, man. that's a neat model, and I'm finally came out. I got it at Andy's Hobby headquarters, and it was like, I don't know, $46 or something plus shipping. So you got to go get yourself one if you're a Jeep guy like I am. Okay, well, thanks for watching Watson's Wagons, and you know, show us your model kits. Bye.